Hey everyone, Ryan Young, Kama Jiu-Jitsu. I hope you're doing well. So I wanted to answer a question today, and this is from Mr. Goodman. He's replying to one of our videos, and he says, Sensei, and he puts in parentheses, I am the coward who quit Jiu-Jitsu from the first month because everybody just wants to submit me. I cannot learn anything, so I quit. Simple as that. Sometimes I feel guilty about that. You know, that a lot of people do that. You're not the only one. Well, there's actually a reply by a gentleman named Hey Nate. Mr. Goodman, they should be more understanding that you're a new student and to take it easy. But at the same time, getting submitted is a part of the process. Maybe that school isn't for you. I would try to find another. So here's the thing. Here's where I'm coming from with this. Mr. Goodman, you unfortunately enrolled in a gym. So you have gyms and you have schools, also known as academies, right? Those who train with the old school Gracie family members, they call the school an academy. That's just why we don't call it a dojo, and it's academy. But here's the thing: there is a difference between a gym and a school. Now, a gym is more of your, I guess, your hardcore type place where guys just get together and they train, they roll, right? And what happens is over time, you'll kind of pick things up here and there when you're in a gym, right? You learn by getting thrown into the ocean with the sharks, and they smash you, and you stop and you go, hey, what was that? And they'll explain it to you, and then you train and get smashed some more, or something else happens to you, and you stop and you say, okay, what was that? They teach you a little bit more, and in that way, you kind of learn as you need to learn. So, or as you ask even. What happened? Can you show me that? And you'll get shown that. And the reason why is that's how you learn is because most of your time in a school like that is going to be spent rolling. It's not going to be spent necessarily learning anything. They may have 5, maybe 10 minutes going over some techniques. After that, you're on to rolling. So a typical 1-hour class, you might have a 5-10 minute stretch, light warm up. Hey, everybody get over here. Let me kind of show you a couple of things. Show you an arm bar here or choke there, and then, okay, guys, line up and let's roll. You might roll for 30, 40 minutes after that, right? So the majority of your time is spent rolling. Now, what if you don't know how to roll? What if you don't know how to survive and how to protect yourself? So you learn that along the way, and you kind of learn over time. There's nothing structured in it at all. Everybody's path is going to be different because somebody who's smaller will be getting smashed more, where somebody who's bigger will be on top more. So they'll be learning different parts of the game at different stages in their journey. So if you're a small guy, you'll probably learn more about how to deal with the pressure from somebody putting onto you, more than you'll be learning how to put pressure on somebody, because you really won't be in a position to smash anybody. On the other hand, if you're a big, strong guy, you're more likely to learn how to smash people rather than how to get out of stuff, because you're hardly ever in that position. Really, learning in a gym really comes down to learning by necessity. You learn something because you come across a situation and you have to learn how to fix it. The problem with the gym is that you don't get adequate drilling. Well, I guess if you're getting smashed all the time, you're getting drilled a lot on getting smashed, but you're not learning any other aspects of the art, but you will learn it as it comes to the point where you need to learn it. So getting back to your good to know versus have to know, you might learn a few have to knows here and there, and you'll learn some good to knows along the way. And what'll happen is, inevitably, if you're a small guy, you're going to want to learn how to get out of stuff, but then how to prevent that situation from happening to you again. It may be an attack from the guard, and you end up playing the guard a lot. So you'll be recomposing guard, and you'll be trying to attack from the guard or sweep from the guard to try to get to a better position. If you're a top guy, you're going to be doing a lot from cross-side, maybe mount, or cross-side as we call it, but you may call it side mount, you may call it side control, it's all the same thing. But you may be learning all the attacks from there. You won't necessarily have somebody really take your back or put you on your back. And what you'll end up doing is you'll learn how to try to prevent somebody from doing that to you, right? So if you're a big, strong guy and somebody gets around and tries to recompose guard, you'll go and pass their guard right away, right? And get back to cross-side because that's where you're comfortable. So that's a gym. On the other hand, a school will do things a little differently. A school will segregate the beginners from the non-beginners and go over and teach them the basics, the stuff you need to know. And if it's a good school, that has a curriculum and has a methodology of teaching, a linear method, for instance, like the way we do at Kama Jiu-Jitsu, and we actually have a video where I explain the linear method. And in that way, you're teaching somebody step by step by step by step, not necessarily teaching them as the need arises because you're getting smashed, right? In response to getting smashed, it's more of a, here's the basics, here's the ABCs of Jiu-Jitsu, and you learn the ABCs. Once you learn the ABCs, we teach you how to put words together. Once we teach you how to put words together, we teach you how to put phrases together, then sentences, then paragraphs, then short stories, then novels, right? By the time you're writing a novel in Jiu-Jitsu, you're already well into black belt, or brown belt even, but brown belt, black belt, that level, that's your advanced level. Whereas a gym, it's more of, you'll just kind of learn as you go along. In my view, it takes longer to learn that way. You're not set on a path. You're kind of learning some here, some there, some there, some there. And for me, at least, it's, me being as old as I am and starting the school when we did, I started the school, I was probably age 45, started the school in Texas, right? Dave started years and years ago. Actually, RICKSON started, Dave's been running it. It's kind of a different mindset in that I run a school here in Texas, a Kama Jiu-Jitsu school, and our goal is to get people on a conveyor belt and teaching them. Not so much getting people in and training and getting them smashed and having them learn that way. We're more apt to have a system in which the way we teach. For better or for worse. Some people think it's better, some people think it's worse. It really doesn't matter. That's just the way we do it. So for you, what you're looking at is you perhaps, given your Mr. Goodman, given your situation, you probably should be better off in a school rather than in a gym. Now, on the other hand, if you're a blue or purple belt or whatever and you relocated somewhere else, you already have some skills. So then, of course, you might be better off in a gym versus a school. So that's really the difference between the two, and I kind of wanted to explain to you the differences between them. Now, that's all I have for this topic, and like always, I'm so grateful that you're subscribing and you're watching and you're liking our videos. Now, we have some links below to help you to learn a little bit more. We've got our Patreon channel link. If you want the Hicks and Gracie self-defense unit videos, you can buy it through our link as well. The belts that we use are KAATARO belts, and they're fantastic. I've got 4 of them myself. Dave's got at least a couple or few of them, and a number of our students have them as well. And if you like those customized belts, some people don't. Some people are okay with whatever belt their instructor gives them, and that's fine too. I do tend to be sentimentally tied to a belt that Master Dave has given me. Thankfully, the last one he gave me was a KAATARO belt. But yeah, you can get those. You can use the link below, and it'll help the channel out as well. If any of you are looking for private coaching on a conference call or anything like that, I'd be happy to help you. I've got a link that Rusty just put in, Clarity, and you can go and book a session with me that way. I've been talking to school owners about how to structure your curriculum and how to even structure the business part of it as well. Because I think that we've got a system down that actually works very well. If you want to bootstrap your school, bootstrapping means starting it from nothing, right? Not getting a small business loan or not going into your own suite and putting tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands of dollars into a business. If you want to bootstrap it, then I can show you all the steps that you need to go through, and I can kind of coach you along the way. So Clarity would be a good place to get me there. If you like any of the merchandise that you see me wearing, or if you're just looking for some patches or a gi or something like that, go ahead and email us direct at kamajujitsu@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on the Facebook page. We have 2, Kama Jiu-Jitsu and Kama Jiu-Jitsu Dallas Fort Worth. And that's all I got for you today. I hope your training is going well, and may the good Lord bless you, and have a mighty fine day.